Right before your life is about to get better, something in you reaches out and breaks it. You felt it. The relationship that's finally going well, and you pick the fight. The job offer you wanted for years, and you show up late or talk yourself out of it. The diet, the habit, the dream that's finally gaining traction, and somehow, quietly, you burn it down. And the cruelest part is you can watch yourself do it in real time, like a passenger in your own body, unable to grab the wheel. If you've ever wondered why you do this, why you seem to sabotage the exact things you want most, this video is the answer. And it's not because you're broken or lazy or secretly don't want good things. It's something far stranger, and once you see it, the whole pattern starts to lose its grip. I'm the voice of shadow and self. I read the psychology so you don't have to, and I tell you the parts about yourself most people would rather not say out loud. So here's the first one. Self-sabotage is not the enemy of your goals. It is a form of self-protection that has outlived the danger it was built for. Let me explain. Carl Jung understood that the psyche's deepest priority is not happiness. It's safety, and more specifically, familiarity. Your nervous system learned very early what normal feels like. And if the normal you learned was tension, scarcity, conditional love, or chaos, then peace and success don't register as rewards. They register as unfamiliar. And to the oldest part of your brain, unfamiliar means dangerous. So when your life starts to rise above the emotional baseline you were raised in, an alarm goes off. Not a conscious one, a deep one. Something in you says, this is too good. This isn't us. This won't last. And it moves to pull you back down to the level it recognizes, back to the temperature it calls home. We don't sabotage success because we hate ourselves. We sabotage it because, on some level, we don't believe it belongs to us. There's a second layer, and it lives in the shadow. Often, the thing that sabotages us is a part of ourselves we exiled long ago. Maybe as a child, you learned that being seen got you hurt. So a part of you decided that staying small was safer. That part isn't stupid. It once saved you, but it never got the memo that you grew up. So now, every time you're about to be visible, successful, chosen, that old protector lunges in to hide you again, using the only tools it has: procrastination, a picked fight, a forgotten deadline, a sudden wave of, I don't deserve this. It thinks it's still protecting the child. It doesn't know the child is safe now. This is why willpower alone never fixes self-sabotage. You're treating it like a discipline problem when it's really a frightened part of you doing its job too well. You can't shame a scared child into trusting you. You can only show it gently that the danger has passed. There's a third thread Jung would point to, and it's the hardest to admit. Sometimes we sabotage success because success would force us to drop a story we've built our whole identity around. If you've always been the one who never catches a break, then catching a break is a kind of death, the death of a self you know how to be. Winning would make you a stranger to yourself, and the psyche will burn down a better life to protect a familiar identity every single time, unless you bring that bargain into the light. So notice the shape of all three. The nervous system pulling you back to a familiar temperature. The exiled protector hiding you from imagined danger. The old identity defending itself against a better life. None of these is your enemy. Every one of them is a part of you that is, in its own broken way, trying to keep you safe. So, how do you break it? Not by fighting yourself harder. That just adds a war on top of the wound. Jung's path was integration. You turn toward the saboteur instead of away from it, and you get curious about what it's protecting. The next time you catch yourself reaching out to break something good, pause, and instead of the usual self-attack, why do I always do this? What's wrong with me? Ask a different question. Ask, what is this part of me afraid would happen if I let this go well? Sit with it. The answer is almost never about the job or the relationship in front of you. It's older than that. It's a voice that says, if I succeed, I'll be abandoned, or exposed, or punished, or alone. That voice is a memory, not a prophecy. And the moment you can hear it clearly, you've already loosened its hold, because it only worked while it was hidden. Then do the radical thing. Don't banish that part. Thank it. It has worked tirelessly for years to keep you safe with the only methods it had. And then tell it, like you tell a frightened child who's been standing guard far too long. I see what you've been doing. I know you were trying to protect me, but I'm an adult now, and I can take it from here. You can rest. This is what it actually means to stop self-sabotaging. Not to defeat the part of you that does it, but to finally understand it and to give it a new job. Not guarding the door against every good thing, but standing beside you while you walk through it. The life you keep breaking